Okay, today is March 2025. This is the meeting of the Kubernetes Storage Special Interest Group. As a reminder, this meeting is public recorded and posted on YouTube. If you have anything that you want to add to the agenda, please feel free to find the calendar invite, the agenda in the calendar invite and add to it. We're going to start with going through the 133 planning items and getting updates on the items that the SIG is committed to for 133. The most immediate deadline coming up is code freeze, which is happening today. The next upcoming deadline here is going to be docs freeze. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our planning spreadsheet. And we'll start getting status updates. The first item we have is CSI volume health. Anyone have any update on this item?
No update. Still working on the doc.
Okay. That is no update for now. Next is change block tracking. This should be moving to alpha this cycle.
Yeah, so this one, yeah, we are all good. Just working on the blog.
Okay. Thank you, Shing. Next, we have enabled privilege containers for Windows to replace CSI proxy for Windows. This is going to beta for this cycle.
Yeah, no new updates on this at this point. We haven't heard anything to indicate that there should be any issues. So, if it moves to beta, that would be great.
Okay. Next, we have SE Linux relabeling using mount options. The plan is to move this to beta.
Jan is not here, but yes, we managed to move the SLNX change policy to beta enabled by default. Then SLNX mount feature has been moved to beta disabled by default. So yeah.
So it sounds like code to move to beta has been completed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Iman.
Hey, Saad.
Yep.
Do you mind remove the center of the AI note taker?
That.
Thank you.
Yep.
What's the concern?
This is a note taker. Somebody of them, the AI note taker.
Yeah.
I don't like it to be taken.
The meeting is public, so anyone's welcome to take whatever notes they want from it, right?
Well, usually I don't like this note taker, AI note taker to do this.
But I mean, like you could download.
We actually brought this up with the I think the SIG leads meeting. They actually tried to complain, but looks like there's no way to automatically block this, so we just have to do this manually every time.
Okay, I was going to say, like, anyone who wants to take notes can download the meeting from YouTube and run AI on the downloaded video and audio.
Yeah, they could.
Right?
They could, definitely.
So
yes.
We should recommend that to anyone who wants AI automated notes.
Yeah, +1. And we're also taking notes in the meeting as we go, so hopefully that'll help. All right, next item here is okay, I think we went over SE Linux. This was updated. Next item is volume attribute class, remaining in beta.
Yes, and all the quota and finalist change are checked in, so it will sit for one release.
Next, nice. Thanks, Sunny. What was the next step here you said? Is there anything?
So we will wait for one release, especially for the quota change, and then do some bug fixes before moving to GA.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll say that, given that we have been tracking this feature for all this time, it's really exciting to see that we are getting closer and closer to GA. So thank you for all the collaboration on this.
+1. Nice work. Cool. Thank you, Sunny. Next, we have CSI sidecars all in one, designed for this cycle. Any updates?
I haven't heard any major updates. I know that the KEP is still in progress. I think that's still the latest status. Don't know if anybody else here on the call is aware of anything new, but when I chatted with Connor last, he said that's what I remember hearing.
So, okay, sounds good. Next is remove Git repo in tree plugin announcement. This should be done as far as I know. Remove Git repo in tree plugin announcement and plugin code. Actually, I think the plugin announcement may be blocked on the code itself.
The code is merged already.
Yeah.
And then there was a blog, placeholder blog for this. Yeah.
So I guess the blog is going to be the public announcement.
Right. We can also provide this in the release blog. That they usually have this release blog.
We got it.
I just have not seen that issue open yet. Usually they have issue open for us to add our suggested release notes related to SIG storage.
Got it.
So I see that we can add that there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I think I'll go ahead and mark the code part of this as done. And the announcement part will be the blogs.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Shane. Next is mutable CSI node allocatable property.
Hey, yeah, so KEP was merged. Yeah, huge thanks to both Hemant and Michelle for helping iron that out. And I'm currently working on updating the docs as well as the blog.
Awesome. Thank you for the update, Eddie.
Mhm.
Next, we have Cozy overall move to V1 Alpha 2. Any updates on that?
Oh, sorry. For this one, yeah, it's still working in progress, basically. It's still playing. I'm assuming they're working on moving this to Alpha 2.
Okay. Next, we have storage capacity scoring, how to sort alpha for this cycle.
So this, yeah, the code is merged.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, there's also a placeholder blog.
Okay.
So regarding the Cozy one, there was some question regarding this protocols. I asked Blaine to bring that up in this meeting. I think yeah, I don't know if Saad, if you remember what happened to that. There was this protocols in the Bucky claim, which I think Blaine is not sure whether we actually really needed. So he has a question on removing that. Yeah, maybe I'll ask him to.
Yeah, let's add it to the agenda here and come back to it.
Okay.
All right. Next item is volume populator data source. Should be GA this cycle. Looks like just the blog docs were outstanding. Any update there?
I think no one's reviewing the doc yet.
But the doc's ready to go?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Sunny, if you don't get traction on that, feel free to ping me and I can help review it too.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep. Next is CSI migration, Portworx GA in 133. This was marked as done last time.
Yeah, this is it's done.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and change the status here. Next is always honor reclaim policy, moving to GA. Looks like the code was done, docs and blog pending.
Yeah, the code is merged, and there was a placeholder block for this as well.
Keep that as is. Next we have integrate CSI volume limits with autoscaler. Design in progress last time. Any updates on this one? Mont, do you happen to have any update on this one?
So I had a meeting with some folks from who work with Autoscaler, and I'm working on a design. I have a rough Google Doc that I should share like this week or next. Yeah. So still work in progress, like from the design's perspective.
Cool, sounds good. Thank you, Hemant. Next is kubelet evented desired state of the world populator. Last status, Hemant's reviewing, move to 134. Are we trying to get it in this cycle or this is getting punted?
I think they'll try to get in 134 actually. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll just
we'll review it in 134 because they made the changes in the source of the events at the last minute, and yeah, it missed the kept freeze deadline.
okay. All right, thank you for the updates, folks. We're going back to the agenda. First item, Cozy Buckets protocol. So you want to walk through this, Shu?
Oh, so well, actually, I need to look at the. Okay, so let me find that. Let's. Details here. So
Sorry.
there's so in the bucket claim right now, it actually has this protocols field which says a bucket can support multiple protocols, but Blim says in the code we're actually not really using that. So he's wondering whether we can remove that. So that's his question. I don't know if there previously any discussions around this.
Yeah, I
It's been
think
there.
the background here is basically, so, the idea was build Cozy to be, similar to what was done with CSI. And the big difference between CSI and Cozy is that the data plane protocols on CSI are already standardized. Right? POSIX and so on make it there's just very standard ways to be able to read and write data to block volumes and file volumes. And so you can assume that you don't need to negotiate with a specific CSI driver about how you're going to read write data to them. With object storage, that's not the case. There is kind of de facto standards, right? With S3, but there's no kind of standard across all object storage implementations. And so I think the idea here was to accommodate that by allowing the bucket provider to advertise what protocols they support and for the client to be able to select and use one of those. That's the intention behind it. I think it may be that in implementation, everyone's just assuming S3.
Okay, yeah, yeah, maybe that's why he didn't see anywhere using that thing. And also I think we checked with some vendors. Looks like some vendors can actually provision one bucket that can support multiple protocols. So something like this does exist. It's just we're not sure if this, if this field is really useful in the bucket claim. I think right now he has
honestly, like I think
yeah.
we should maintain it. I think this is an important part of the cozy protocol. It's
Okay.
open the option that other protocols can exist. It may be that it ends up being very large majority S3, but we should keep this in.
Okay, you think we should? Okay, so I mean, this is the. Oops, sorry, I got it in the wrong place. I want to put his let me put it here. This is he has a draft tab. Is in there. He actually tried to remove this one, at least in that draft. I just added that in the agenda block.
Perfect.
Okay, keeping it. Okay, yeah, it's good. You put it here. I will ask him to read this.
Awesome. Thanks for bringing that up, Xing. Next item looks like KubeCon's coming up next week. And number one, there's a bunch of SIG storage activities going on. So if you're attending, please take a look at those. And second question is what we do about this meeting because it overlaps with KubeCon. Are folks comfortable canceling the next one and then meeting the subsequent scheduled time? Or should we shift the next one earlier or later to accommodate? Thoughts?
I think it should be fine to cancel it. So
Yeah, shifting didn't go well last time we tried it. Probably
Yes,
good just
that's
to
true.
wait a cycle and deal with any urgent issues with the one-off meeting.
Okay, sounds like okay to cancel. Any objections to that? Okay, I'll go ahead and cancel the next one, and then we'll continue.
It does make more sense to have a regular bug for instance,
Okay, any other topics for discussion today, folks? Right, quick and efficient. Thank you very much for your time. We'll reconvene in a month. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.